This is the most consistent strategy I have ever taught. It's the strategy that's helped thousands of traders go from I am not making any money in trading, I don't know what's wrong, to I am consistently bringing in money every single week. We are going to cover this strategy in today's video. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Tony. If you're curious on what strategy I'm talking about, I actually introduced this strategy here in this video, so you can check out that link and go watch that video there. I'll also link it down below in the description. But this strategy is a credit spread strategy. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the setups that we've taken so far this month and show you the outcomes of those trades. So if we dive over here into my journal, I'm going to walk you through the results of this month and show you the exact setups that we took. I have been doing this strategy for years. It is crazy consistent, and everyone now in the All Access Pass is starting to realize that and starting to see crazy returns. And so it's been really fun to share this with them. Let's dive into this here, and let's start with our latest one that we've done. So this past one, we've just netted 240, so goal hit for the week. And I'm going to walk you through and click on this little chart here. This is what the stock looked like when we got into this trade. So this strategy is using credit spreads. It sounds crazy, sounds complicated. It's really simple. And in fact, I have step-by-step courses there to guide everyone in the All Access Pass what options are, show you exactly what credit spreads are, what to do with them, what to not do with them, what are the risks with credit spreads, how do you mitigate those risks, etc. So it's all there for you, laid out in a very easy way to follow. If you're curious on that, it's already there. We've already provided that entire roadmap for you to be able to do this strategy and follow along if you would like. But basically what this strategy is, it's a different way of looking at the markets. It's a different way of trading. This strategy has a 95% win rate, not because I'm genius and I can figure out what the markets are going to do. It's just the way it's structured. All I have to do to win is to have the markets stay within a certain area. So instead of being like the markets have to go here or it has to go here, I am simply going, where is it not going? And as long as it doesn't go there, I win. So on Monday, we were extremely extended up here on the markets. And so based on our strategy and on our setups, again, you can find all that info in the previous video that I've linked here. We sold a bear call spread. What that simply means is as long as it stays below this line up here, we win. All right. So this is where our bear call spread was at. And you can see it's well outside of the weekly expected move. And so we win as long as it stays below this line. Time is on our side. The more time that goes by without it getting closer to this line or getting above that line, we are winning extremely fast. And so all this has to do is just hang out. Even if it goes higher, it's still below our line. We are still going to win. And as you can see here, let's go ahead and fast forward and see how this played out. Well, it had an okay day the first day, gapped up the second day. Remember, our credit spread is up here, and then dropped hard yesterday. And so because it dropped so hard, we were able to buy this thing back for 30 cents and make $240 on it. The average trading account size that I trade with for this strategy that I set aside for is around 5,000 to 6,000. So you can do this with less, you can do this with more, but this is the challenge that I'm doing mainly for the All Access Pass members is just let's do $200 a week. And again, I set aside around 5,000 to 6,000 in my trading account to be able to do that. So again, if you have that, you could follow along, make that. If you do less, you'll make less. But if you do more, you do make more, etc. So let's go to the next trade that we did here. This was on the 25th of July. We ended up selling the 6,400 and buying the 6,410. This is our credit spread. We got filled at 50 cents on this one, and this one went wrong bad. Let me show you what the charts looked like when we first got into this. So we got into this thing, the markets were pulling down. We sold another bear call spread. Remember, it wins as long as it stays below this line right here. It can do whatever it wants to do and will win. Well, you'll see here what the charts did last week. So here's the chart from last week. Our credit spread is sitting right up through here and the markets reversed hard. News came out on some trade deals and it started to run. It just needs to stay below this line. And it just took off like crazy. We were wrong right away. But remember, we win as long as it stays below this line. And so all it has to do is just hesitate for about a day or so, and we will win. Well, It kept on cranking up through here. It got extremely close, but it did not come across our spread sold strike. And so even though we were completely wrong on this, we were still able to get out of this for a profit and make money. And so on this one, I actually ended up making $160 still on it, even though I was completely wrong and it was getting close to our sold strike. And by the way, we have multiple mitigation risks in place for when things like this happen. But that's the best thing about this strategy, is that you don't have to be correct. It gives you a huge cushion to be completely wrong and still make money. I thought for sure we would chop sideways based on some of these price action candles that came through, but news happened, right? News came out that changed the sentiment. It started to scream. And in fact, we had multiple opportunities to still get out for break even with it moving against us. And I was walking the community through exactly how I was navigating this trade. And we were able to mitigate our risk and still walk away with a profit, even after being completely wrong. So if you struggle with price action movement, if you struggle with being perfectly correct, because honestly, you've got to be pretty perfect in order to make money in trading whenever you're trading directionally, right? You have to call it and go, hey, this thing's going up or this thing's going down, and it has to not just go up or down, it now has to go all the way to your target. It can't just go down a little bit, because if you're only making $100 when you're right, but you're losing $500 when you're wrong, and you have a 50% win rate, you're going backwards. You are not succeeding in trading. Whereas this strategy now, it puts probabilities in your favor. Time is on your side, and there's not a whole lot of time for these to work, by the way. So all we have to do is just not be completely wrong. And even when we are, there's still ways to mitigate it and turn those losers into winners. And it is so much fun to see people's eyes light up and go like, wow, I didn't know trading could be this way. And they're finally starting to see very consistent results in their trading. They're lighting up. It's so much fun to share the strategy with them, because it's what I've been doing for years as a full-time trader on a larger scale, of course, to make money and pay my bills. But this is a really fun $200 a week challenge that I'm doing just to kind of help everyone get their feet wet, get started, and see the potential of what can happen when you become a consistently profitable trader through selling options. All right, so here's the next setup for this strategy specifically. I have other credit spreads in here, but for this strategy, this was the next setup that we did. And this is what it looked like when we were getting in. So in this case, we did a bull put spread. We got paid 60 cents for this one. Again, I can show you what all that means, but basically we got paid $60 a contract to be able to do this. And all it needs to do now is stay above this line. So you can do this in both directions, which is really fun. That way, if you have a bull lean and a bull bias, you can sell down here. If you have a bear lean and a bear bias, you sell up there. And my strategy will show you exactly which one to look at, why you're going to do it, and where to sell it. And if you would like to trade this strategy, you can do it completely for free with a 7-day free trial. You'll be able to watch me trade this live. I set this up live every single Monday morning with our All Access Pass members, answer your questions, guide you through in a live session, and get into the trade with you live and show you exactly what I'm doing and how I'm navigating it, answering your questions, and make sure that you understand it. And I go above and beyond that and do a mentor group. Again, all of this is included in the All Access Pass, so it's no extra charge for any of this. And I teach you and walk you through every step and answer even more questions if you have of this strategy to make sure that you fully get it. So we trade it live together every single week. I give you updates on exactly what I am doing and how I am navigating this trade and this strategy. And I have a mentor group with you every single week to answer your questions and make sure that you are on the right road when it comes to understanding the strategy, the risks of it, the pros of it, the cons, making sure you're setting it up correctly and navigating your broker with it. So if you would like to start your 7-day free trial, check out the link down below and come experience for yourself what it's like to see consistent results in your trading. So remember, our credit spread was down into this range here. As long as it stays above this, we win. And if it goes higher, we'll win on it right away. And that's exactly what happened. It had a huge gap up that morning and our profit triggers got hit at market open. So that was a very easy trade. We were in this trade for about a day. And that's on average how long we're in this trade for. We get in them on Monday and we're normally out of them by Monday afternoon all the way up till about Wednesday morning. Somewhere in that window, depending on how fast they're working. The very next day, we were able to get in on this. It was an easy win. And yes, it did pull back. I was already out of this. But even if I would have stayed, we still would have had an easy winner, but I didn't need to. My profit target was hit that very next day because it never even got close to where our bull put spread was. And this strategy is going to give you a very high probability of putting the credit spread on the right direction with the trend, with the strength at the right time so that you can get in and out for very quick wins. It is an absolute cheat code in trading when you understand this style of trading. Because once you no longer have to be correct, it can kind of just do whatever it wants to do. It eliminates all the news that's out there and you having to navigate that. It eliminates you having to be perfectly correct. All you have to do is just look at this and go like, where is it not going? Where's the probability at? And where can I sell so that even if I am wrong and it does drop, it's going to run out of time to be able to get there before expiration so that I can still win. Well, there you have it. Those are the trades that I've taken so far with this strategy for this month, and those are the results of it. Come start your 7-day free trial and join us in the All Access Pass to learn this strategy and trade it right alongside me. And finally start experiencing what it's like to be able to click a button, replace your income, and start living financially free. I hope you enjoyed the review of this strategy. If you did and you feel like I've earned it, please hit that subscribe button and we will continue to pump out more educational videos to help you on your trading journey.